Dr. Suvarna,
Yeah.
good evening and happy Republic Day to you. Uh, how are you?
Same. Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm fine, Neelam. Thank you. But I'm working today.
today you
So
work.
it's not a holiday for us. It's as usual work. Yeah.
So you're just proving again and again that frontline workers don't have excuses and holidays like the normal ones. Okay,
Yeah.
just a joke. Yeah, doctor. Before we, start off with what I want to ask you the questions. Why don't we, as an audience, get to know the story behind Dr. Suvarna Jyoti?
Ah. Yeah. Thank you. First of all, I really appreciate this gesture because sometimes not only about doctors but about everyone, we just think that they're doing their duty. But what if not anything else? 2020 has taught us that how important relationships are. So it's really sweet of you, Neelam, to come up with this idea. Thank you. I'm Dr. Suvarna Jyoti. I'm practicing gynecologist in Bangalore. Basically, we as a family, we are from Hyderabad.
Okay.
But since last 12 years, we are based in Bangalore. So this is our home now. So, and I have done my MBBS from Vizag, Vishakhapatnam. And I did my post graduation from Dehradun.
Okay,
So,
lovely.
and I'm working with Chinmaya Mission Hospital. Pardon?
You're a proper Indian, you have gone across different cities and studied.
Yeah, I've gone. I've been to many places. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm right now. I'm associated with Chinmaya Mission Hospital in Indiranagar, Bangalore.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
nice. That's a small, sweet, story about yourself. So yeah, I would, as you told, 2020 has taught a lot about relationships and other things. What
Yeah.
what has 2020 been to you as a doctor, as a family person, if I have to ask? Because it's a history
Yeah.
making right now, 2020. It's no longer just a year. So what's it to you?
Yeah. Yeah. So 2020 was nothing which we expected or were prepared for. It just came out of a blue. So as 2020 started, we were like, it was just like any other year starting. But then as the cases started increasing, so first thing what hit me or as a family or most of us was fear. See, the fear was not of the disease or something because disease is not new to us, but the fear was of the unknown because we didn't know it's where it was coming, how it was showing up. So that was that uncertainty was the thing which was that was the most fearful part about it. But we are really lucky that we went into lockdown early, so that gave us that much needed buffer time, so get to know the disease and to equip ourselves. And it's really God's provision that we got the chink in the armor, that just with hand washing you can actually avoid this. So, but as the year advanced, so from fear, it was more of a stress because we were dealing with a lot of patients who are coming in positives. And I am a gynecologist, so I have basically two patients on hands, the baby and the mother. So, and then delivering them. And most of in our Bangalore and in India, basically antenatal care, people don't always go to a gynecologist throughout. Like they suddenly, if they are shifting or migrating, so we get a lot of unbooked cases on our hands. So that was also one of the thing where we can't test them or they come in advanced labor where we just have to deliver them without knowing their status. So all this was little stressful. Yeah, and it as a family we have faced this situation. It's like carrying your family to war. Most of them soldiers go on war, so we are health soldiers and very proud of it. But then when we do this, we are taking our family with us to war because we come back home, don't know whether we are bringing them home, bringing the virus home. So that was very stressful. But I think the precautions that we took and the hospital took, especially our Karnataka government, took, I think we all have sailed through it, or I can say we are sailing through it. We are better off now.
That's a very good input. Yeah, it started off with negative and positive everything, but yeah, hopefully we go on a
Yeah.
better phases again and again. Home and work you've already spoken about
Mm.
how to manage, but this is a very difficult situation. Uh, what is that your, of course you told about your process about 2020, how it went and all, but did you face any kind of difficulty? Because see, again, we as a common man, we sit back, we see the news, we see the media and all, we have a different perspective about pandemic or coronavirus, or what doctors do. I mean, of course, if there, we can't be 100%. I mean, not me as a generalist. Generally, people, they're like more towards the negative. What will doctors do?
Yeah.
Don't take me in a wrong way.
Mm.
They're not like,
Yeah, no.
yeah. There are a lot of people who get into judgmental, right? Like,
Mm.
how did you handle this situation? Because it's a very different scenario for the doctors there.
Yeah.
Not only have to deal with the patient's family, there's sometimes media also, sometimes criticism may come from, say, family also. You never know. So you
Yeah.
yourself are at risk, so you don't know what's happening. So how was it, the mental stress, or how did you strengthen it basically?
See, COVID-19, 2020 was definitely the most stressful of till my year of my life. But yeah, definitely the people's mentality before and even now is like they're taking it very, very lightly.
Yeah.
Earlier, and we doctors, we cannot go back. Like, we have committed to work, so we cannot go back. And you will be surprised that many of my friends and even myself, we have never entered into a lockdown. For us, it was never a lockdown.
Yes.
It was work going on continuously.
That was
So whether it was COVID or not COVID, we were working. It was not like you see a COVID patient or I deliver a COVID patient and I go into quarantine. No, I deliver a COVID patient, I come back home, and again I go back to work again.
Oh my God.
So and I can tell that even patients were, to most of the extent, they understood. But yeah, as any good work doesn't always get appreciated, so we don't. So basically, that appreciation is never the end point for us. Like,
Yes.
we don't work the patient will appreciate. We work because we have decided that we are going to do good no matter what. And in this process, we have lost colleagues, we have lost fellow workers, family members to this pandemic. So I can just tell to all the people who are listening is that, see, we don't want your thalis if you just don't give us your galis.
That's there. Correct.
Yeah. So
I think that
yeah,
you
it is stressful.
a
It
lot of,
is stressful, especially for young PGs, like postgraduate students or house surgeons in government setup. They have lots and lots of patients to take care, and they don't have family support also. They are away from family. But so it was a stressful year for every one of us, and many of us, we have lost many of doctors and healthcare workers. So I think, at least, if not appreciation, I just ask the people to at least have a sense of respect when you go to a next doctor, that you may be on lockdown, that you may be working from home, but every single day we have joined back to, reported for duty. There was never a day where we said, okay, no, we are not working today. So it was always that it was like, business as usual.
totally agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree from where you come, and we could see the power in you, right? Okay. Before we end the call, I would first like to thank all the frontline workers. Thank you, doctor, and thank you all the staff, the nurse, and everyone there. The doctors who have thanklessly, you guys are doing it every day till day, and of course further also. But before we end the call, would you like to give some advice or few lines to the audience who are listening to us? Anything. It could be generic also.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Definitely. What I would like to tell all my countrymen is Happy Republic Day, and mainly what I wanted to tell them is we have not won the battle yet. Okay, we are still in the battle, so we cannot put our guard down, and we cannot go back to being normal again. So first thing is you have to be responsible for maybe it will take another year or so, but still till the time we all of us are not we don't get that adequate herd immunity, we cannot let our guard down. So we have to act responsibly, respect the frontline workers, and be responsible citizens of this amazing country that we are privileged to be the citizens of.
It's a wonderful way of ending, and ending with a note to a republic nation. So thank you so much, Doctor. Thank you for
Yeah.
giving us your time in this discussion.
Yeah. Thanks, Neelam. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Doctor.